If you've ever noticed water dripping from a shut-off valve under your sink, behind a washing machine, or even outside at a hose bib, don't panic. You don't need to replace the valve, and you don't need to call a plumber. This is usually a simple fix that you can do in just minutes. In this video, I'll show you a quick and easy way to stop these leaks. And if this method doesn't work, I'll show you a second method that's just a bit more complicated, but still simple and almost free. Let's get started. Now, I want to emphasize that we're not talking about a dripping valve when the valve is closed. We're talking about valves that are leaking around the valve stem or the packing nut, which is right here. We're not talking about drips from the spout. And here's a shut-off valve that you would see under a sink or a toilet. We're talking about a leak around here, around this packing nut. What we're going to do to stop this leak is just tighten this nut up a little bit, and that's going to compress the washer. You can see it in this picture, and it's going to improve the seal, and it should stop the leak. So you'll take a Crescent wrench or a pair of pliers, and you'll just tighten that nut. Now, you don't want to over-tighten it. Just tighten it enough to stop the leak. And here's another one. Again, just tighten it. You're going to typically turn it about 1/8 of a turn to 1/4 of a turn. And then look at it, and that leak should be stopped. Look at that. And here's one more. I've put a pressure gauge on this hose bib just to put some back pressure on it and cause that stem to leak. And again, just a little bit of a turn and it stops the leak. Look how simple that is. That's all it takes. Again, you don't want to over tighten it, just tighten it enough to stop the leak. And if that doesn't work, then here's another thing you can do. You'll need to buy some packing rope. And then what you need to do is shut the water off to your house, and you'll unscrew this valve stem. Now, I did this by hand because it was already loose, but you're going to need a Crescent wrench or something, and you're going to take this valve stem out of the valve, and you're going to make sure this washer is not up inside the nut. And then you're going to wrap this packing rope. You're going to go 2 or 3 turns. You're going to cut it off, and then you just put that valve stem back into the valve, tighten that nut down with your wrench, go turn the water back on outside, and that should stop your leak. Basically, that packing rope is replacing the rubber seal that has gone bad for some reason. So that's all there is to it. Hopefully just tightening that nut will fix the leak. If not, go get you some packing rope. That's going to cost you maybe $5. Wrap it around there and see if that doesn't stop your leak. One of these methods is almost guaranteed to work. You don't need to call a plumber. You don't need to replace that valve. It's a simple do-it-yourself job. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I really appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.